Versus Hammertime, so I feel this is just one of those good old let's race.
Yeah, race. When it gets to sideboard, I have plenty to do. Given that I see it.
No, by the way, I much prefer the original art of Counterbalance. Like, I have a Counterbalance that has been extended art from like way long ago by a friend of mine, and it is real good.
I don't know what's the other art of Counterbalance. What does it look like?
Oh, that's what. Oh, see, if Channel Fireball had announced that tournament farther in advance, I would be going to Vegas as well. But they're like, hey, here's a 1 month notice. And I was like, yeah, I can't do that.
Are you talking the Invocation? Oh, the Invocation's like kind of cool. It's
yeah.
cool that they're on like a seesaw.
Right, but I'll say, but like the original art where it's just like the blue flame and the red flame, it's just like that art is just fantastic.
Especially like being back then when red elemental blast and blue
right,
blast
that
was a
was
card in the public conscience.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that was kind of the point. I was like, that's just it's beautiful. So I mean, I think I have everything on that list. Minus, I would need to find like one more Counterbalance. This list is actually, he said he's going to take 2 Vegas.
Okay.
So.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4 Saga. Oh, that's wild. 1 Drown in the Lock. Playing a trophy. People play trophy. Weird.
I mean, I feel like it's a catch-all card.
Yeah, no, it's
just,
I don't think it's that bad.
No.
One Shadow Spear for $76. Is that like the?
That's probably the extended art for. Yeah.
Oh
man, you were not looking.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing so hot.
I was like, woof, that was an empty hand. I was like, we're just looking at Bunny's deck.
This is a
I mean, you were able to like gone the Mem Knight before it got equipped, so that does help. But oof.
Yeah, this was a rough match. He had a blistering start.
I was like, yeah, that was. I mean, like, yeah, turn 1 Saga to be able to go with like Springleaf Drum, Mem Knight, Sigarda's Aid, pass. It's like, oh no.
Okay, yeah. They don't get that lucky.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing with the Hammertime deck, right? Is that sometimes like those starts just happen. It's like, oh yeah, I can't do anything about this.
Yeah, I think I made it a misplay at 1.2.
Looks like been the dead and gone in hand at least, so that is. I feel like that's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like draw Saga Trigger.
Taking up to 2.
I think it's taking up to 3. I didn't see if you played it turn 1 or not.
Could be. It could be what he's thinking about.
I mean, he doesn't have any colored mana, which could be hurting him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Bunny's saying that the trophy's a hedge bet against Merc Titantron.
Fair.
So I was like, yeah, I was like,
fair. Is the deck in white?
Barely. It's like white for Prismatic Ending and Laris.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe. Well, I guess it wouldn't be as good for Tron, but maybe.
I mean, but
Dam would be better.
Well, no, I said like. So,
I just like Dam.
Oh yeah, you do. But so like, Control decks versus Tron. Usually Control has the lead because like Tron's it's a bunch of setup stuff. You're like,
yeah. Yeah, Tron dumps its hand and then it has 2 7-drop cards that if you counter it, then it's like, okay, I'm top decking.
They're top decking and that's fine because it's like, cool, I just have to tell you no on those. We're good. Yeah. Especially when you're playing Snapcasters.
Yeah, I just have to maintain 1 counter spell for the 1 card you draw each turn.
Effectively, yeah. Or like, you know, like, oh yeah, sure, you can have that. I can like
he's like literally 0 lands.
Oh, did he try to animate that? Oh no.
Yeah, he animated the. I think he had to animate it to make it tap for like a colored mana with the Springleaf.
Oh yeah.
I deaded it.
Oh. Do you feel like a man?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was sick. And I still have 2 Prismari commands in hand. He's got like.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I see it like the. With how the current meta looks, I feel like you should do fine in Vegas. I feel like you should have a winning record.
Was there any life gain in that deck? If not, maybe have a little bit.
I don't know if there's any in the main board.
I feel like with
technically you have Luris.
Could be real bad. I wouldn't consider.
You have Luris and Shadow Spear as your main board.
Oh yeah, you got Shadow Spear though.
Yeah.
Though I guess you don't really have much.
Oh, Underworld Cookbook also makes food tokens.
Okay.
So
yeah, yeah. I was just saying. I would worry about like burn. I guess, because.
Did he just concede?
Yeah. I mean, I have.
Oh, you're just.
This is my hand.
You're like.
I'm like, dude, I'll just kill your whole board.
You're just like.
You're out of lands. You have 4 artifacts. I'll just shock and shatter.
Right.
They're 4 things you got.
You're just like, look at me. I am the captain now.
Listen, dude, you don't top deck too hot, and that's all I'm doing now.
It feels like the Tron deck when you like win the game, your opponent has no permanents left. You're like, so how you feeling over there? It's like, oh, you had no land, no permanents, and this Ulamog milled you out. How do you feel? Right.
Good.
I mean, that feels almost as good as turn 1 casting Pithy Needle, asking for a response, and they say no, and naming the fetch land that they have on the board. You watch them like, oh no.
My favorite Tron, I don't remember if I told this on the stream, but like one of my favorite Tron ones was when I was playing the monkey. Like a turn 1 monkey, like a turn 1 land expedition map. I think it might have been like Saga expedition map or something. And I go turn 2, hit them, and then I think they mold really hard. Yeah, they mold to like 4, so their last card in hand at this point is like a land. So that they can crack their map.
Yeah.
And I go hit them with monkey, and then I go shatter the map, discard a card. With K command.
Oh no!
Turn 2 K command.
Oh no!
Shattered their map. And made them discard a card, and they're like.
And that's you look at them like, got him. Yeah, it's just like at that point I'm just like, you have a monkey on the board. I think I just concede. Like, okay, I'm taking 2 damage every turn, and they're just gonna just get treasures until the point of like, oh, there's a Karn.
Yeah.
Like cool. Stack 5 treasures, cast a Karn.
Eventually, you're gonna hit one of the cards that I want.
Yeah.
And you'll have the resources to cast.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing where everyone's like, oh, monkey should be banned, because, like, if an unanswered monkey wins games, I'm like, a lot of unanswered cards just win games.
Yeah. So an unanswered Titan wins games.
Yeah. I mean, like, well, I'm talking like low drops, right? Like, it's just like, yeah, like, there's just a bunch of cards like that, right? Like, unanswered Bobs will just win games typically as well.
Yeah.
Like,
I've had an unanswered Bob beat me plenty of times. I've also had my own unanswered Bob kill me plenty of times.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never had it win me one. My Bobs don't like me.
I was playing the Mardu Nahiri deck for a while in Modern, and I did have Bob kill me because I flipped the Emrakul. This is like, yep, any cost.
That was a risky take.
I mean, it's one up in the deck. It's just like, you know what, let's go.
Yeah, he had I didn't have the turn 1 response, and he had the turn 1 hammer. So it's like, okay, well, do I rip Force off the top? No.
I mean, you could still have, like, you could ice it down.
Yeah, like I could like tap it, but then he's still like drawing cards and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're not gaining advantage. You're just trying to put that wall up. I mean, this is what the deck is trying to do, right? Like turn 2, like absolutely. Put this ridiculous amount of pressure on you.
Yeah. And
hopefully close this thing out by turn 4. That's what the deck is trying to do.
I think maybe I should have mulliganed here.
I mean, so like if I'm up a game, I'm a little looser with those. I'm like, okay, like it's a fine hand to keep kind of thing. Like, it's not great, it's not terrible. Like I'll usually keep those. Yeah. If I'm on game 3, I'm like, no, I need to have a hand that's just gonna be able to answer things. If I'm, if it's 1/1.
Because I have Fire Eyes. I had like 2 Shardlesses. I got a Fury. So
yeah,
I think it. I think I could have turn 1 Furied, but it's just like I just don't want to do that.
I think there's just 1 creature on the board.
Yeah. I'm like, tap that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you draw the card.
If he finds a second creature, you're not looking real good because I do see he has a second hammer in hand.
Yeah, he's also got a stone forge.
Oh yeah, no. So I think you just stone forge, right? And you just go get.
Get another hammer.
No, I think you get Shadow Spear.
Yeah, you could.
Because at this point the trample matters. See, I don't agree with that choice.
Yeah.
I think because you have a hammer in hand, that getting the Shadow Spear indicates that you just want to be able to trample over and win, right?
You might have Shadow Spear in hand.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but right, because like if you cascade into Rhinos, right, like you can then just like you're able to block Sentinel twice with no trample, as opposed to if you have the Shadow Spear.
Oh yeah, no. So the thing is, he grabbed the second hammer here, and that was actually like the play, because the only thing that I have to interact with is the Prismari command, and so I could have. I think if I remember correct, I misplayed there because I could have Furied to force him to use the hammer, and try to kill the Stoneforge, shattering like the other hammer or the Esper Sentinel, and that wasn't like an option that I did, like by just like Prismari command.
I see. Yeah, see, then you had Prismari command up, then you could just shatter the Sentinel, and then just been like whatever.
Plan on my part.
Okay.
Because I could have Furied to try and kill the Stoneforge. He would have used the hammer in response. I could have Prismari commanded to destroy. Or after the hammer is equipped, I could have Prismari commanded to kill the hammer and then kill the Sentinel or whatever.
Right. You're like, how to do this? And you're like, it doesn't matter. Like double hammer.
Yeah.
Like, the singleton hammer would have been enough because you didn't play it correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I made some misplays.
But I mean, it's one of those like, especially that you remember that now, right? It's one of those things that in the future you're like, okay, I got this.
Yeah. The only reason why I can't recall it before it happens right now is I had a long week, dude. So this night, I got a call from my work, so I only and they needed me to come in like the next day, and I was getting overtime, but I only got like 3 hours of sleep, and then the following night, I only got like 6 hours of sleep, and then the following night, I got like 4 hours of sleep, and then the next like 2 following nights, I also got like 3 hours of sleep. So it was a rough week, and a lot of personal shit. But
I mean, I was like, no, like
I had some perm oil.
Yeah, no, it's like the other deck I'm looking at for which other than 4-color has been building like team returns.
Team returns?
Because
I was like, what's your turn spell of choice? I'm like, wait, you're playing red and 6 each time warp.
Yeah, I was like, just being able to retrace.
Just keep time warping.
Yeah. I've also seen some Bant lists that run E-Witness and Ephemerate, because then you can just you can full cycle through that as well.
Yeah, you can do that.
I was like,
I definitely think Teamer is probably better because red and 6 is just better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I
mean, make sure you're hitting your land drops.
Yeah. See, the big one's making. Yeah, you're hitting your land drops. Also, like just down taking red 6 against like monkeys and whatnot is also just like super relevant. Like
killing the 1 toughness creatures is pretty big in this world.
Yeah. So it's like when I was like, I don't know, like. It's when I just told myself like, all right, I'm gonna like I sold a bunch of the stuff when everything started spiking, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have like 2 decks, and I'm like, god damn it, like 3, 4, 5 decks now.
If you do like Teamer, I assume you can do like Blood Moons and shit too, probably. I
mean, out of the board, yeah.
I like the board.
Yeah, in the main board, not so much.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think you'd want to main board that.
But yeah. Oh look, playing the Triumph, not fetching for it turn 1.
Yeah, that hurt. I think it hurts a lot worse because of what he does.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe it's fine.
Did that real quick.
There he goes. Turn 1 Esper Sentinel. I got Raisin Borrower in hand and Fire Ice, so that I can do either of those should I need to. He's got Cigar to Zaid. Not yet.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean you have the. Did he pass?
No, I think this is in response to him casting Cigar to Zaid.
Okay, yeah. Then you just
because I choose to kill the Sentinel.
Yeah, like you know what, you can draw a card here. That's fine.
Yeah, I need that. I need no hammer.
Well, especially because like you're on the play, right? So like I'm gonna assume you have a Cascade card that then you can then put 2 Rhinos on the board. So then if he does...
I have footballs in hand if I remember correctly.
Okay. I mean that's not what I mean, but you have like
or not football. I have Outburst.
Okay.
Outburst.
I was like footballs in hand, and you didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, you didn't fetch shock Suspend it? Turn 1, you played the Triumph? What is wrong with you? Okay. Springleaf Drum. Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, sure. Top Draw Fury is also nice.
Yeah, it's be good. Be good.
I mean, if you... I think, yeah, I would keep the Violent Outburst because it is the red card.
Yeah.
And then just cast the Shardless.
I do believe that that's what I choose to do. Because he has 3 cards in hand? No, I might he's got like 4 or 5.
I'll say, I mean, he's only played, like, yeah. Effectively, he's played, like, 1 card, 1 turn, 2 cards the other turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, he's still up there. You trying to shuffle the footfalls to the top just so we can...
Yeah.
So we can wheel faster?
Time. He's like, you're going to have to shuffle half the deck anyway, so I'm not going to cut it. Like, yeah, you're right.
Oh, honestly, that
was 5 deep.
Right?
That was only 5.
It's because he didn't cut it. If he cut it, it's like, nah, alright.
I'm like, what do you want to... You're like, yeah, that's cool.
I want like that. Alright.
Randomized.
Alright. So, I mean, like, it is nice because now Hammer's on a 2-turn clock.
Yeah.
And he's like, and
Woodmere's a little late.
yeah, so and just top draw the Voidmare. Oof.
Stoneforge? Yep.
Yeah, you're like,
good.
You don't care because at that point you're just beating face.
I mean, he can actually. This is a rough spot because he can block with the Stoneforge, tap it for a mana, flash in the hammer, and kill a token.
I mean, you have Bard in hand. That's
Yeah.
why I was just like, that's why I think you're in a fine spot here.
Yeah.
Because of that reason, I was like, if you didn't have the bar in hand, I'm like, okay, well now you're kind of forced to like Fury to make him like do it if he has it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I misplayed again here. It might end up costing me the game. I don't remember.
I mean, so as long as you don't do it like now, right? Like, just go ahead and declare your attack and just beat in, and then when he goes to block and try and do something shifty,
mm-hmm.
and then you respond. I think that's the. Oh, if you're gonna Fury now, that seems like a rule. I mean, I guess you force him to do it now. It's probably fine. The problem is that like he could flash in 2 equipments.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it also doesn't matter so much because Brazen Borrower.
Yeah. He goes hammer. I'm like, yeah, true. But I think what I should have done there was maybe bounce the Sigardizate in response.
No.
No?
No. So like bouncing the Stoneforge, right?
Well, because I don't want to just give him another hammer. If I bounce the Sigardizate... Oh, no. If I bounce the Sigardizate in response to the cast, then it doesn't equip.
Right.
Yeah. So then I would have killed the Stoneforge. And like,
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's a relevant line of play.
because now I'm like, oh, well.
Well, see, like my thing, right? Is like I mean, I still bounce the Stoneforge, and then you keep the Charlotte Agent back.
Well, that doesn't quite work because then he just like he can just swing and kill me with the Inkmoth, right?
No, because Inkmoth loses flying because of the hammer, so you block with Shardless.
Yes. I remember, but I end up.
Okay.
I lose. I lose because I like misplayed some more and never saw sideboard.
Oof. So it's like, all right, well, yeah, I mean, like the Void Mirror now is just unfortunate.
Yeah. Like, yep. I'm like, that's too big. Bouncing. Can't bounce the hammer. Can only bounce the Stoneforge, which just gets you another hammer.
Wait, so it's.
I guess.
I mean, I say he does have lifelink. I was like, you could just take it, but like, no, the lifelink matters there.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just bounce Stoneforge.
Yeah, I think I made a series of misplays here.
Yeah.
It cost me. I definitely remember now walking away from this game being like, yeah, I fucked up.
But I mean, it's kind of one of those like bright side. You hopefully won't make those mistakes again.
Yeah. I'll definitely think more about bouncing like Sigardizate and shit.
Yeah. Right, I mean, and that's just one of those, like, it's a typical, that's not a typical, like, line of play that people are going to think about. You're like, okay, like, focus on the creature. Like, that one.
Yeah, I guess the main thing is that usually I'm pretty good at that. And, oh, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you can't tap that one to cast your Nile Spellbomb. You have to, otherwise it gets countered. Because of the Void Mirror.
Oh, you shouldn't have said anything. No, that gets countered now. Also, yeah, you did end up taking it. Yeah, I think that was a mistake.
Yeah, I made a comedy of errors.
Cause like, alright, especially like you could have like like bouncing it, and then like granted he can like have another hammer come in and equip to that one, but then you have like a sharpness to block. You could have just cracked back.
Yeah.
Like twice, and then you had enough.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
It happens. I remember who I played against the second round.
I think you probably played against me.
Yeah, it was you. But yeah. And I lost.
And Brian's like...
I got my ass handed to me. I'm like, yep, there's another violent outburst. Doesn't help much.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Literally doesn't help.
I mean, like, yeah, I was like, I mean, how big is the Stoneforge? 12?
Yeah, it's 12.
12, 13?
Yeah.
So, like, you could bounce the Void Mirror and then cascade into that and then just gang block?
Can't. Don't have enough mana.
Oh, yeah.
Bounces the
Oh, okay, yeah. The Pure Steel Paladin, that's...
Steel. Equipping.
Yeah. That's the one that definitely just...
Yeah, especially with the Inkmoth out.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah. So yeah, right now now it doesn't matter because you're not going to block enough to survive the infect. Ooh, Prismari Command.
More of he can just give it flying by turning it on again.
Yeah, that's
after
true.
The hammer's equipped.
Yeah, that's one of those weird layering. Yeah, no, I think if you would have bounced the Stoneforge originally, I think you would have, and then like swung in. Kept it back for blocking. I think you would have been able to pull this one out.
I still think the original thing that I should have done was probably bounce the Sigarda's Aid in response to the very first hammer being attached.
Probably.
Or in response to the very first hammer being cast, so it couldn't attach.
Yeah.
Because then the Stoneforge would have been dead too.
Yeah. And you have to worry about the Inkmoth Nexus on the back end.
He wouldn't have been gaining all this life.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't have had to be as defensive on all these turns.
Yeah.
It's a bunch.
I mean, the thing is that you built this deck, what, like, maybe a month ago? Maybe? Yeah. So, I mean, like...
I built it less than a month ago, because this was still in October when I filmed it, and my first... I guess my... No, did I play it the week before?
Yeah, you did.
The 1K?
You did. So that's what I'm saying. I was guessing like it's about a month since you've...
No, it would have been less because I didn't have it... Because the big tournament we went to was like October 2nd, and I built it there.
No, because Battlegrounds was October 2nd.
Yeah, Battlegrounds was October 2nd, and I bought my Furies at Battlegrounds.
Right, but you haven't been playing the deck for like longer than a month.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
so I was like, I haven't even been playing it for a month. I've been playing it. This is like my third week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like you don't have like a bunch of hours in the deck where you just know the stupid little like lines of play, right? Like, yeah. Like I've played Warzone for 2 years. So, like I know all the little intricacies, like the weird things that are gonna happen.
I'm more frustrated because like I'm usually really good at seeing those smaller lines of play, but sometimes you do miss them.
That's one thing that like doing recordings like this is also something that helps. Like, oh, like that's what I should have done, and so like having just like an outside perspective and like whatnot, we're not in that moment is super helpful.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's like equip everything to S%. No. Oh, so is that all the hammers? It's three of the 4, right?
Yeah, that's his third hammer, which is pretty good.
I don't understand why he just didn't play it there and kill you.
I don't know.
Oh, you built the Shadow Spear. Okay, I was like, you could just trample over and you built the Shadow Spear. Okay, like you're still just ridiculously behind, but
yeah. Yeah, Fury, but That's not good enough.
Yeah. Oof.
In the face of yet another hammer.
Mr. Toast, how's it going? We're just watching Rhinos lose to Hammertime.
Yeah.
Because of a series of real bad misplays.
Yeah. My real misplay was I never saw my sideboard.
EE?
No, Force of Vigor is good enough against him.
Oh, that's true. Force of Vigor is a pretty good one.
Yeah, fucking half his cards are artifacts or enchantments, so...
Yeah. Alright, so what was that? Rhinos in 3? Because you got him game 1, I think.
Yeah, I got him game 1.
Alright, Rhinos lost in 3. Boo.
Yeah.